cut this excess off. I only need 16 inches long. So I'm gonna cut this excess off, and it'll allow me to cut my other pieces a little more freely. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my table saw and for these little cuts, and I'll finish it up with my jigsaw. I can't come all the way to my line, so I'm gonna stop a little shy, finish this one up with my jigsaw, do the same thing on this side, bring it over, finish up with the jigsaw. So this is my frame here. So I'll bring you back when I get these things cut. So you can see the red line. I just line it up with the mark I have on there, and I'll cut it out and finish that up, and I'll bring you back when I start cutting the step boards. All right. Should be a perfect match. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Looks perfect to me. Okay.
One thing you can never keep track of unless you hang it on your hip, and I'm guilty of not doing it. See where my tape measure is, clean across the shop? I gotta go get it. Time wasted. So, I need a board, and this is the reason I'm remaking this one. I made this one for my son when he was just a little tyke years ago, like probably
20 years.
18, 20 years ago.
Because he's 24.
Since then, we've been having some little puppies, and puppies love to chew, right? It didn't really affect the strength or the integrity of the stool, but I'm just wanting to make another one so I can show you people, if y'all need help,
You can have a helper.
how to make one so you can have your own little helper. So this is the bottom step. The top step here says Noah, which is our son's name. It says Noah's little helper. So he could reach his toys in the top shelf instead of calling for his mama. So I need a board that is 8 inches, and all I have is a board that is 5.5 inches.
Okay.
So guess what? I'm gonna cut another board, put it beside it to make my 8 inches. So I'll need to get 2.5 inches off of this board to make up the difference. All right, you can stop. Ready?
Ready?
So as I stated before, I only need 8 inches. And if I would leave it like this, what I would have is 11 inches. So I need to cut 2.5 inches off of either one of these boards. So I'll go back to the table saw, and I'm gonna rip me 2.5 inches off of the boards. This one here has knots in it, and I think it looks good. So I'm gonna leave the knots on. I'm not gonna rip this one. I'm gonna leave it full. I'm gonna rip that one. All right, good. So now I need to cut me 2 space boards, 2 spacers, one for the front, one for the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those right now. So as you can see, I'm gonna be passing pretty close to, I'm gonna be passing my hand pretty close to the blade. So I'm gonna use my push stick. All right, I'll get one more like this, and after that, we'll be ready to start putting it together. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-drill some holes through here so I don't split my spreaders. So I'll drill it through the plywood first, and then I'll match it to my spreader. That'll make it easier to match it through my spreader. I'm only going to do one right now. And I like using torque screws. Torque screws. If I can find the right one. You can stop. Now that I have the right one, they hold themselves pretty much, unlike a Phillips screw. And also, you guessed it, wood glue. The wood glue is what's going to make this strong. The screws are just there till this wood glue dries. Spread you a good. You can always wipe off the excess. I like to let it stick through the plywood just a bit so you can find the hole that you drilled. Once you get that one, it's very easy to line up your hole with the board. And drill your next one. Beautiful. Now I have my board just a little bit, my spreader, just a little bit above the deck that it would be sitting on. So when you drill your next hole, for it to be right, make sure you have it elevated the same distance as you have it on this side here. This side here. Or it won't be level. And again, put you some good wood glue. And this is exterior wood glue. Not that this thing will be used outside, but hey, you never know. So, by the way, guys, if you're like, and gals, if you're like many other people that like doing stuff with their hands, I try to put a video out, one video every week, and it's generally little projects that can be easily made in a weekend or one afternoon. So, if you like it, please subscribe to the channel. And please hit that like button so you'll be notified for when my next one airs. And leave something in the comments, and maybe even send me a picture of something you built. I'd love to see it. Tell me a little about it. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I like to leave a little reveal on mine, as you can see along the sides here. That way it'll make it a lot easier for you to grab a hold of when you're ready for it. So just whenever you put the top on, just kind of, you can measure it if you want to, but I mean, it's not sold in any stores or anything, so it doesn't have to be exact. I'll just measure it out with my fingers. I'll put a little mark on it, so I'll get it right. And I'll apply my glue, screw it, and this will be finished before you know it.
ASAP.
And I know some people might say, well, you're using two different type of woods. Who cares? It's for your house. If you want something that's going to look really nice, you can go ahead and
You can buy what you want.
go to the lumber yard and buy some 10-inch boards like this. Well, it'd have to be 12-inch, and you'll rip it down to the size you need, which is 8-inch. So you could typically get away with a 10-inch board and rip it down to the measurement you want it to be. But I just needed you saw how I had to stretch to reach that, and I built this shop around me, so, and it didn't account for how high I'd have to reach for a plug-in. And isn't that what life's about anyway? Making it easy for you? See the glue squeeze out? You see that? You know you did a good glue job. I know you notice I'm only putting one screw in here right now. That's because when I put that spreader board in the front, I want to make sure it's straight across. Like this. See how it's...
There, honey.
See how I can't get it in without spreading this board out?
Mm-hmm.
Had I put this other screw in here, it wouldn't have been straight across. So you spread it out a little, put that board in there. When you put your stretchers across the deck, it'll be nice. And you want to also, just like the back, bring this off the surface just a bit so it'll stay a little more level if you want some unlevel cement. Go ahead and mark it. Take it out, put my glue. And you can also, if you really want it to look nice, you can stain it, whatever choice of stain you want to use, or you can paint it. It's all up to you at this point.
Make it the way you like it. Now that I have those spacers put out, you can see better that my board's going to be perfect. We're just about done. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the inside so it'll take up less, because it has those knots on there. You won't have much weight sitting on it when you step on it. So that's it. That's going to be a finished product. All I gotta do is put 4 screws here, 4 screws here, 3 more here, and we good. And it's a wrap. Almost the finished product. We would need to, I think, paint, but you know he likes his knots in the bottom part of the stool, so I guess we would stain it, but we really need to do something because it's got like he's measured something here on his backboard right here, so I don't know what that's all about. But being it's a shop stool, we're not gonna stain it, we're not gonna measure it, but he just likes his knots in the bottom of it because it's really a stool for his shop.
It is scrap tool, remember.
What you mean scrap?
It's a scrap. It's made out of scrap
It's
material.
scrap material stool. I mean, you can grab any kind of boards around and make a stool. And then you can paint it, Or you can leave it like that if it's just a little shop stool and you don't really need to paint it. Nobody's gonna see it. You can just leave it like that. But if you want it to look nice and you're putting it inside your home or in a shop or a place where like you're gonna need it, then you might want to paint it or stain it. Yeah, okay, we're standing on the stool now.
So, short. Oh, look at this. I almost bumped my head up here.
Yeah, you're really up there.
Nice. All right.
Yep.
This will help me a lot in here.
Yes, made out of scrap.
Because there's
wood.
so many things I have up high that I can't reach without something like this, or grabbing my 6-foot step ladder outside. That's all I have. I don't have a 3-foot or a 4-foot step ladder. So this right here is going to help a lot. Look.
Out of the way, perfect spot for
And
it.
that's a rack.